Jaisal has been a QA with ThoughtWorks for more than 2 years. He has majorly worked on Ruby on Rails stack. When he's not QAing, he's a footballer. He's a what was that, Jaisal? Over to Jaisal to explain that.
I'll skip the embarrassment. All right. Hi, everyone. So, personality-driven testing, right? How many of you had this expression? Like, what's going to happen? What is this? Is some new keyword, right? Is that it? That's all? Sure. All right. So, anyone know what this is? Yes, just shout out. Yes, Berlin Wall, exactly. So this year you sort of celebrate 25 years of Berlin, breaking down of Berlin Wall. And Vodka, the theme is breaking boundaries, right? So I started thinking some time ago, some boundaries around me as a QA, right? So I was talking to this friend of mine, and she's doing psychology. So I was thinking, hey, there's a wall here. Can I think of something, right? And so I said, let me see if I can break the wall down. So what is personality, right? It's like a consistency in a person's behavior, an attitude towards a situation, right? How this person perceives things, how does he or she does something when put in a particular situation, right? So I took this example. It's called the five-factor model. It's sort of part of personality analysis, and so openness talks about how open a person is to experiences. Right? Is this person inventive? Is he curious? Is she cautious about this experience? Right? Things around that. Neuroticism, right? Degree of emotional stability. Is this person impulsive, right? Sensitive towards things, right? Secure, confident about whenever put in any situation. Extroversion and introversion talks. It's really mapped to extroverts and introverts, right? People can be very friendly, compassionate, analytical, and things like that. Uh, so I have messed up my cue. Sorry. So agreeableness, right? Are you friendly towards people? Are you compassionate to what the person is feeling? Are you detached, right? And last but not the least, conscientiousness. I always mess up pronouncing this. So this is more about how effective this person is as doing things. Is he or she organized, right? Are they easygoing or are they careless, right? So I'm just going to talk about just few of these things and let's see. So a lot of psychology and personality talks. Let's try to map it to testing, right? Suppose a person is a curious person, right? This person typically you can think of as a detective, right? Trying to find out the root cause of problems, right? This person who's curious to learn will also be curious to sort of find reasons why a particular defect came up, why these bugs there. Go right to the bottom of the problem. So this is one kind of a person. A creative person will find out creative ways to solve a problem. So if I'm a QA and I need to test now, I'm creative, I want to be creative. I'll try to come up with a script to automate things, right? Day-to-day things. Why should I just waste time? Maybe I can do something else in that time. So person creative, personality probably will come up with this. If a person is organized, say a person likes to keep their music files well organized, maybe by year or by artists. This person might also be consciously or unconsciously doing it on their day-to-day work, right? Keeping test cases organized well, right? It also helps the person to put forward their findings, the bug findings and things like that. So this is an interesting one, right? Everyone, QAs, testers, in fact, when you're working on anything, you should strive to be perfectionist, right? You want your end users to use a perfect product. Well, there's nothing 100% perfect, but you can always try to reach to that goal, right? So if you're in your day-to-day life also doing things, perfectioning things, say for example, Kushal I know plays a lot of football, so he tries to perfect his shots and things like that. So you can be a person trying to do something perfect in your day-to-day life also. If you're the explorer kind, so this sort of test maps back, I want to map it back to exploratory testing. Now, if you're the kind, when you're out, say on a field trip or something like that, right? And you're maybe visiting a new city, you're just out exploring. You go to different alleys, different routes, you're not worried, maybe you don't need a map, right? This person also while testing applications will probably find out better cases or try to come up with interesting cases for exploratory testing. Hey, what if I go down this application? What if I do something with this database server and things like that, right? Finding interesting bugs. If you're the kind, so as a kid, I used to break a lot of my toys. And you can also, at the background, try to break applications. I think Shirish will agree here, right? Testing security plays a lot. You want to always try to break your application. People who are tend to do a lot of, for example, are into workouts, right? You're pushing your body to the limit. If you have heard of the high intensity interval training, right? It's a type of workout. You can map it back to your spike testing, load testing that you can do. Come up with spikes, intervals, cool down time, then again, increase number of users and things like that. If a person is disciplined, one of the key things about being disciplined, one aspect is, a person is punctual, right? This person can always, given a problem or given a release timeline, person will start time boxing release cycles, start time boxing how much time it would take to test particular things, right? Unconsciously, consciously, right? Some people are cautious about things in day-to-day life. Sure, many people are. And this sort of, I've seen lot many times people I've worked with is it just comes out naturally because say there's a big release coming in, people start thinking, what have I missed? Is there something remaining, right? Have I forgotten something? Have you forgotten to push configurations and things like that, right? So you start being cautious. This kicks in. Some people are bring on the challenge. I'll test any type of damn application. I do not care. I just want something challenging, right? That's their, adrenaline rush. That's for those people. That's what they tend to achieve. Some people are talkative. Obviously, you need to sort of keep a bar. But it's good to be talkative because the more you talk, the more maybe you're giving sessions or presentations, you sort of start getting confidence. And then when you want to, say for example, when I map it back to testing and day-to-day things, if I have a test plan, I want to give it back to my client. If I have confidence talking amongst my friends, I'm good at maybe sparking up conversations. I'm unconsciously doing it, or I know that I have the confidence to tell my client, hey, this is my plan. You can maybe even get him or her to buy into the plan, right? Which is the best for the product. So what? Like, why am I even telling all of this, right? I want all of you to go back and think, reflect upon some of these personality traits that I talked about, and just figure out things that you're doing, and maybe things you can start doing it, even if you're doing it day to day, right? And that's about it. The idea was to break down the wall. I hope I was able to do it in 10 minutes. Thank you.